So, so 2 a.m. thoughts. I thought I would just record this quickly because this just came to my mind, and I don't want to forget it. Right? I hope nobody watches it because I don't want anyone else to get the knowledge. But if you get this knowledge, then use it for yourself. So, and the other thing is, this is literally 2 a.m. right now. This is literally 2 a.m. I'll go to sleep at around like 4 a.m. 5 a.m. I need to edit video and check all of those things. So the thing I wanted to talk about is whenever you see something being done right, something or someone being successful, right? There are a lot of factors behind them that you have not seen that are being built up in the backend, that are being added in the backend, that are being experimented in the backend, that they have learned, right? There are a lot of things I don't think a lot of people understand, because this thought came to my mind when I was just listening to a YouTube video and I got the ad. Okay, try this and you'll get all of this. You can dominate any niche. Like, there was an ad from a company, I'm not going to name the company, but the company said, try this and you'll dominate any freaking niche. So I was like, okay, you are not going to dominate the niche, because I know how hard it is to dominate your own niche. Then you are thinking of going and dominating your other people's niches. And I think the company just put the ad because obviously they are companies, so they need to make money. And I thought it's not, and I know because it's not about, like, even if you want to dominate the niche, you can dominate niche, but you'll have to do a lot of things in the back end. It's not just one thing you do and then you dominate the niche. It's 10 different things, it's 100 different things, it's 50 different things in the back end that you have been learning for years. Those all things add up, and then you dominate the niche, right? And most people say, oh, that guy dominated the niche with that only one thing, or that guy dominated the niche with only one thing, or that guy dominated the niche with only one thing. But here's the thing, those are outliers, right? Those are 1%, those are 5%, those are 10%ers out of 100%. And most people don't dominate the niche in overall, right? So what we want to do is we want to stack the odds of dominating the niche. The same concept applies everywhere. You do not win at anything just by doing one thing, but the thing is, you can do that one thing for a long time, but doing that one thing for a long time, you will learn all these skills, all these extra skills on the back end that will help you, that will be on the back of your mind, that you will keep thinking, okay, if I do this, then this thing happens, if I don't do this, then this thing happens. Okay, let me take this decision, let me not take this decision. There are a lot of things that will happen. There are a lot of things that will happen in your back of the mind when you see the picture. It's like being the master, right? And you just want to do that, and you will have to be the master to dominate anything. And to become master at anything, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of things, it takes a lot of practice. And in the back end, there are a lot of things that are just bubbling up, that are just being built up, that are just being that you are just learning during the practice phase, and you don't realize it because you are not looking at it from the macro perspective, which means just zooming out. You are just looking at it from the micro perspective. For example, if you look at the chart from 2025 January to 2025 December, you will just see a straight line, right? But if you just zoom into the daily chart, what happens is you will see there are lots of ups and down, ups and down, ups and down, right? It's not a straight line, it's ups and down, and you're looking from the micro perspective. And the thing is, when you master anything, you are looking from the micro perspective, and you don't realize that there are macro things playing out. And sometimes you are just looking from the micro perspective, you are not zooming out, and sometimes you are just zooming out and looking from the macro perspective sometimes. And the other thing is, when you are looking from the macro perspective, you are not looking from the micro perspective, you are not zooming in out. And that's the thing most people miss, because you don't. And I wanted my mobile, I think my mobile is going to shut off in few minutes because it only has like 5% now, 5% charge now. So the thing is, the thing I wanted to highlight here is that there is not only one thing that you will do and dominate any area, unless you are someone like Steve Jobs, unless you are like the top 0.00001%, that is an outlier. If you are an outlier, okay, you might dominate the niche, okay, go ahead, dominate. But on an average, for most people, for 99% of the people, for 90% of the people, you are not going to dominate the niche by just doing one thing. You have to learn a lot of skills in the back end. Think about it, and I'm talking for the most average people, on for the 90% of the people, on an average, what you think on an average, think about it like building a house. For building a house, to make a house where you can live comfortably nowadays, you need to do a lot of things. It's not just adding bricks only. It's about engineering. First you go to the engineer, first you plan, okay, this is the way I want my house to look. Then you hire engineers, right? Okay, just plan the whole thing, okay, what's going to be needed for building a house. Then you get the stones, then you get the bricks, then you get the cements, then you get all of these concretes, then you get all of these irons, all of these things, right? Then you get all of these things, and the engineer plans, okay, this is the thing, okay, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, and then you hire people to build the house. And that's how you build the house. And then once you build the house, inside that, okay, how you want to look, how you want to decorate, or okay, where do you want to put the fan, okay, where do you want to put the fridge, where do you want to put the bedroom, where do you want to put the lights, right? All of these things, where do you want to put the electricity, the main switch, right? All of these things, where do you want to put the AC, where do you want to put the whatever, where do you want to put the kitchen. There are a lot of things that are going on, planning the things to build. There are a lot of things that are being built on when dominating the main thing that you are thinking. It's not just one thing, it's a combination of all of these things on the back end that you don't see when you are looking from the macro perspective, or when you are looking from just micro perspective. The thing is, if you are just looking from either macro or micro, then you are not looking the full perspective, you are not looking from the other side. And that's why most people think, okay, I can just dominate this thing by just doing one thing. No, you do not. No, you do not. You do freaking not dominate the niche or anything else just by being good, at one thing. And to build that one niche, you have to build that one niche, to dominate that one thing, you have to have all of these skill sets in the back end, which you don't see, and that takes time. Just take the metaphor of building house, because my charge is about to shut off, my phone is about to shut off. Just take the metaphor of building the house. You need a lot of skills in the back end to build the house. You need a lot of things in the back end to dominate the niche that you are thinking of dominating, that the industry that you are thinking of dominating. That's all I wanted to record. So if anyone says just do one thing and you'll dominate, no, it's a lot of things that are being built up, that are being learned, the lessons, the skills, all of these things. Then you combine all of these things, and as you progress on, as you keep on trying the things, then you keep on learning new things. And when you have these things in the back end, you immediately know, okay, if this decision is right or not, if this decision leads me to this goal, if I want this goal or not, if I make this decision on this point, will this decision make my result better or not? You learn all of these skills, and once you learn these skills, then on an overall, you start to achieve the results, you start to achieve the outcomes, and you start to dominate the niche. And that's how you dominate niche. It's not just one thing, it's a lot of things in the back end, but from the outside it just looks like that this is just one thing you have to dominate, and most people don't go into details, and that's where most people miss. That's all I wanted to say. That's all.